Alright, and today's first opponent is going to be Shino. Now, when I built this pylon, I was so out of habit, so tempted to send my probe across the map, and I thought for a second, would the greediest man alive truly send his first worker across the map for a scouting mission, which isn't really going to impact him anyway? Then I figured no. The answer to that is a fat no. I don't give a crap what my opponent is doing. She's gonna Nexus first anyway. So if I get 12 put, so be it. You know, that's life as well. This is part of the drill, my friends. It's part of the drill. Now, I remember a build order that I want to say Australia played, where he went Nexus first into an extremely fast third base as well. It's one of the sickest third base rushes that I've seen in my entire life. And that's just what we're going to be playing here. So you get a single gas with it. Then I think a 20 supply, you just get your third base. So this is a similar timing to where usually you'd get your natural with a gate before Nexus build order. But this time, because we're doing it a little bit different, we're just playing like this. Our Cybercore gets delayed by about 6-7 seconds if you compare it to a more regular Nexus first opener, if such a thing even truly exists. And now the question that I have for myself is, do I want to open up with a Zealot? I think the answer is going to be yes. I do believe that I actually want to open up with a Zealot. Now, am I going to chrono boost that? No, because I can make money. And if I can make money, I'm going to make money. So we're just chrono boosting all out on the probes. I want to make sure that I'm not being link flooded from 2 bases or so. Like any type of early game cheeses, I'm just going to straight up die, okay? I think it's time for me and for you and for my opponent called Shino, where everyone just kind of accepts this, okay? We look at this and go, yeah, if Bill Gates, you know, if he gets bum rushed over here, he's just going to lose. He has no defense yet. Oh, look how beautiful this is. I only need a single pylon. I didn't even realize this. Legitimately just a single pylon, because look how in time this is. This is so sick. This is actually so nice and so beautiful. I'm gonna be unsupply blocked due to my third Nexus finishing up. Oh, this guy actually does need to pop across again. Hello? I don't want you to leave. I don't want you to leave. You're not gonna leave, buddy. Okay, you're gonna get a chrono boost on there as well. And maybe I don't need another pylon, but maybe I do want to build one just for the sake of building a pylon, so I have more space to hide buildings. Or, for example, to build some static defense in. Of course, that could also be a viable thing to do here. Now, has he scouted my third base yet? It's pretty much my first question here that I have. I think the answer so far is going to be, I hope not, because if he has scouted and he's link flooding me, then I'm pretty darn dead. Like, really, really dead. Now, we're gonna add a forge here just for some extra padding to this wall, to this defensive setup. And just gonna get another gas as well over here. And I was thinking, you know, it would be fun if we just rush into charge with a +1 upgrade as well. He's like, oh, that's fairly fast. Yeah, Bill Gates doesn't mess around. 3 years after starting Windows, you know what Bill Gates did? He bought Skype. Made it the greatest voice program to have ever existed. The facts that I am relaying, by the way, in this series might not be entirely true. So please, when repeating these to your friends, be careful with that. Some of them might be fictional. Others might be dramatized, you know, to make the series a bit more entertaining. Just like you have on Netflix as well, you know. I watched one of these shows about Roman empires a while back. That was also dramatized. Lots of screaming and other things, which Roman empires did. Very cool. I'm gonna get a robotics facility here. Look at this. This is a secondary wall that I'm building now. And I'm really getting set up to hit my tightest timing that I ever have, honestly. And the reason for that is because, well, I just have more money than I've ever had in my entire life. I think we're gonna hit with 10 gates and a prism. And we're just gonna... This is just legit a Chartled Archon timing. So people look at this and think to themselves, what would kill this? And I think the answer to that is pretty much anything that has units at any point would probably kill me right now. Now, the problem with that assumption is that if you hit just slightly too late, my production is online. And then all of a sudden, you're not killing me anymore. Okay, then it's a whole different ballgame all of a sudden. I'm not sure why we're sending this out, but I love the thought of sending it out. Let's take a fourth base while we're doing our 10 gate all in as well. Because Bill Gates never stopped expanding. Because after Skype, what did he buy? I actually know if he bought anything after Skype. Probably was so disappointed with how Skype performed. That it's the last time doing anything and making Windows for the rest of my life. It's also a true story. We'll start +2. The 6-minute mark, that's really quick, by the way. May I just say, this is legitimately one of the hardest pushes that I've hit in my life. Holy crap. I kind of want to play this for real. I'm supply blocked. My supply goes up so fast, I just can't keep up. Now, my opponent is a Zerg player. And Zerg is inherently broken. So, if he just held down the drone key, I might say, well, you in trouble. What is this? This is a lot of units, no? Am I crazy? I don't think I am crazy. Oh, maybe he's crazy. Ah, that was something we hadn't quite considered yet. Second forge, definitely something that we'd want here. Definitely something we'd want. How am I continuously supply blocked? It's like I'm doing a challenge. It's also getting supply blocked. If so, then I'm doing a hell of a job with this challenge. Been supply blocked majority of this game, it feels like. No, our fort base is up and running. We have a zealot run by setup as well. Oh my god, how am I just continuously supply? This is ridiculous. We'll get blink because I want stalkers at some point. We're eyeing this 5th base right now at this point, and I have another prism that is being sent out to probably go into my opponent's main base. Do I need more pylons? How do I always need more pylons? This is the problem with being so rich. It's difficult to spend all your money, but I think I'm doing a pretty decent job so far, at least. Getting good upgrades. Oh, what was that? Was that a baneling run by that my man was setting up over here? I think that might have been indeed a baneling run by. Oh, he has a lot of banelings actually, doesn't he? Well, this is a dead fort base, as we like to call it in the world of StarCraft. Well, dead, I'm not sure, but the drones are at least dead, you know, which is the most important thing. We'll follow this up with these, and we'll take a 5th base while simultaneously dropping in. Here comes the run by. Of course, spotted that. Spotted you years ago, mate. Oh my good lord! Harstem. Oh, also lost that. This was far from brilliant, but I think my upgrades are so good, and his upgrades are so bad, on his roaches specifically, that it might not even matter. Ooh, well, actually. I mean, we killed a bunch of workers, so surely we will be fine here, right? I didn't start my 5th yet either. Now, someone a bit smarter might look at this situation and think, this definitely does not require a 5th base, because you're already up a base, basically, because you killed so much. But that person would be severely mistaken. This situation definitely calls for a 5th base. Actually, it's the only thing that it calls for, okay? Ooh. I wish I had something else than a 5th base right now. Ooh, what into this? Split, split, split. Split, split, split. Split, split, split. Upgrades are still very good for me, don't forget that. So despite this all looking like hot crap, and this probably being pretty game over, we have insane eco, and we have really solid upgrades. So if at any point we survive, we might win the game. Problem is that surviving is starting to look like a difficult task at this point. Perhaps even an impossible task at this point. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I thought I had some disruptors on the way here, but I guess it's all just these other units. Now, what I can do, this is a common trick under rich people, is once you're bankrupt, or once one company isn't running so hot anymore, just go to a different company that you already have set up. That's what we're going to do here. So we're just going to go to my 5th base. You just take all your employees with you as well. It's basically the same company, but it's new as well. This is a very high-level trick they taught me in accounting school. If I would have gone to accounting school, they would have taught me that. That is, of course, all hypotheticals here, my friends. All hypotheticals. Okay, so we go for the massive surround. Wow, Harstem, great surround. Did they also teach you that in accounting school? No, they actually didn't. No such thing as surrounds in accounting. That's a ridiculous thing to say. I'm not sure why these roaches aren't participating in the fight, but I also think I'm not going to question that very much. Because the longer that these bad boys don't join in the fight, probably the better it will be for me. Just a thought here. You think he's just gonna take out every single one of my pylons here? Is that his grand plan? Well, grand plan has been foiled, if that was a grand plan. Ho 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 ho. I wonder if he knows about that base yet or not. I mean, now he most definitely does. Well, if he was thinking about it, that is. If he isn't thinking about it, then there's a decent chance he still doesn't know about it. Was that all my workers that just died? I think the answer might be no. Please don't kill this. Please don't kill this. Hallelujah. Are we winning? I need a new Templar Archives, that's for sure. I have a lot of Zealots coming in clean. Nice little surround. And if we get these Archons out at some point, with all the cash that we currently have, I'm not saying I have a good feeling about it, but these are 2-1 Zealots right now fighting 0-0 Roaches, right? He needs Banelings against my army. I think we might be dead anyway. I think we might be in some minor trouble here, lads. Can we once again declare bankruptcy here, or is this not viable anymore? Has this plan officially ended now? The bankruptcy plans. I think we might be. We might have died. Might have died. Got pretty close though, despite my absolutely atrocious. He was only 63 workers, so yeah, we were really far ahead. We were in an insanely good spot. I am upset with how this went. Let me tell you that. He had 75 workers. He also was playing some of the greediest stuff I've seen in my life. 75 workers straight, and then just defend that. I guess that's the advantage if you have 3 Overlord map hack. Yeah, got me good. Take a look at the resource collection. Maybe the greediest man alive is supposed to be played with Zerg. Maybe they are just better at it. Look at this. Researching. Look at this! Poof! Through the freaking roof. He was making 4k a month. I was making 3.3. I was a true brokey in this game. But we'll try again. It's your boy Shino again. Coming right at you with some bangers here from the underground. And now I feel like Shino is a little bit of a... He's the kind of guy that catches on to a pattern. So rather than doing the same thing, we do something just with a tiny little twist. Not too different, because I still want to be extremely greedy. I want to get as much money as I can. But as I respect Shino's intellect, basically. That's what I'm trying to say here. I do respect his intellect. So I'm not going to insult him. I will go for a gateway scout. Now, this is against everything that I stand for. But the thing about being greedy is that it also applies to MMR. So sometimes you need to make small financial sacrifices in-game to get that MMR gain. That, you know, that's the end goal, obviously. Just like when you're making money, you know, in the real world, what is your end goal with it? I don't actually know what the end goal is with it. There's no real-life MMR. You can't really buy that, I don't think. But if there was, then everyone would be buying that. That's for sure. Okay, he actually opened up with a hatch first. That surprises me. But at the same time, it also means we get to do whatever we want, which is nice. We have a delayed gas over here. And we're still going to take an extremely quick third base. But we can do it a little bit nicer, a little bit safer in this case. And maybe with a quicker follow-up as well. Because my last follow-up was, well, let's face it, it was a little bit slow. It definitely could have been faster. It could have been quicker. My first pressure came at like 630 or so. I want that to be moved up just a tiny bit. I think that is somewhat important. So I'm trying to get some amount of gas here so I can start my adept straight away. That already allows me for at least some aggression here. 205 adept. That is really fast for an adept, by the way. People don't know this, but when you play Gate into Nexus, your first adept can actually start a solid 10 seconds faster than it usually would be capable of starting. So you are actually capable of being more aggressive despite playing greedier. The problem with this build is that it's always going to be very low on gas. So things like Stargate are just really difficult, really tricky to pull off majority of the time. We're sending this bad boy across the map as well. We're just going to start mining these minerals and start our warp gate the moment that we can, basically. Did I just clear that? I think I did just clear a single link there. That's very nice indeed. Now, I've seen in the past, I've seen Shino go for something. See, I can manage to snipe the creep tumor because I'm such a greedy little prick. Oh my god, he has so many links. Why? But really, why? I don't quite understand that. I don't know why he's doing that. Why is there so many links out? It scares me, actually. Should it scare me? I don't know if it should scare me. Just know that it does scare me. I don't like being scared. We're gonna get one probe over here, and I think I'm gonna tuck my adepts into a neat little corner somewhere where they can't be attacked as easily, while simultaneously getting my charge upgrade. I'm thinking of getting maybe a second gas, and if I were to get that, I probably should get it over there. Then, you know what, this is how we set it up. This is actually an okay defensive setup, I think, for me. I hope I'm not being attacked too soon. And then we'll follow this up with like, I want to say like an 8 gate or so, or 6 gate, with a very fast robo as well. It's going to be somewhat nice. A little bit of a battery, just for safety's sake, of course. Just for safety's sake. So we get these bad boys out. Oh, robotics facility. That is beautiful indeed. And I do want to take away these last mineral patches. It's starting to become pretty important for me right now. Adding gateways, adding another pylon, despite me not needing that pylon yet necessarily, of course. But just make it a little bit annoying. Don't entirely like that. We'll just fill this hole up with another gateway. Could also go for glaives. You know what? I'll go for glaives. Oh! Okay, I just had a sick plan. Look at this. We're going for some massive, like, kind of late and weird glaive timing. We'll follow this up with, I think, a single forge as well as a fort base. We're just going to continue expanding into a little bit of a line over here. And he starts moving out. That's not entirely how I wanted it to go. If he actually does start moving out, that is. Come on. Now what he'll do is he'll try to go in here. And he'll think he'll get there. Not today. Not today is what I said, my friend. Not today, okay? Just not today. It ain't happening. I want a forge. And we'll actually kill these lings, I think. Oh, some more adepts being warped in. Kind of a sneaky location. And we'll get a fort base going as well. But where did these bad boys go? Okay, and here comes the move out. So, significantly faster than last time. Because last time our first pressure was, well, about a minute later than this. But that doesn't mean that that was weaker. It just was different. And now we're hitting here. Does he have roaches ready yet? The answer is no. I'm actually supply blocked. So it's nice that I end up losing a lot of adepts in this trade. It's exactly how I wanted it to go. Oh my god, you can be serious. Look at this. Oh my god. I'm a genius. No, 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 no! Okay, not entirely a genius, but I think I might be genius enough here that I can professionally finish this game. He tried to go for a very weird type of attack. Now, I do have a fort base on the way. I don't really want to cancel it. He might turn these into banelings, by the way. This is a common Zerg move. Common Zerg L as well. Whenever Zergs do that, I always think to myself, that sucks. For them. LOL. I mean, he can't really clear me here, right? That doesn't feel like a viable plan for my opponent. I'm still supply blocked, by the way. Sometimes in life, it's good to just never get on supply blocked. Can he see this base? I think he can, right? Pretty sure he can. Now, I'll just cancel this just for banter. Yeah, make the game a little bit closer again. It's always important to keep everyone on their toes. Oh, he is actually... I wonder if he's going to try and jump in here. I rebuilt this for whatever reason. Not entirely sure what that reason is, but I'm still okay with that decision. I have way too many workers on this base. So despite being bailing busted of probably like 50 workers, we already have a fort base up and running at the 7-minute mark. I feel like if we would have done better with our first adept glaive push as well, we really could have... You know, could have put in some real work. It's not going to be the case now. Do I have Blink yet? I don't. I didn't even start it yet. Am I frustrated by that? Yeah, actually, that freaking sucks. I can definitely say that with certainty. That actually does freaking suck. Now we're just gonna wall off this part with a couple of gateways. I mean, we have the cash for it, so why not? One may ask. I think I need a little bit more gas as well. I'm afraid of Muras in the future, because I don't really see a way for me to lose except versus Muras. So then it's a good thing to be afraid of it, you know? If If it's actually the only thing that can beat you, then you should be afraid of that. If there's, you know, no other competitor in the market, which there currently isn't. Ah! Sorry for screen. If there's no other competitor in the market, then you just have to focus on that one. You know, that's what anything that Bill Gates taught me that. For example, when he bought Apple in 2007. Not many people know this, but Bill Gates is, of course, the owner of Apple as well. Apple is one of the largest companies in the world. Also, not many people know that. God, so many new facts here that a lot of people weren't aware of. I like that I went for my armor upgrades before my attack upgrades, because now my units do less damage than I want them to. That's a stroke of brilliance out of me, truly. Oh, hello. Hello from the other side. I can't believe that I cried? I don't actually know what she sings. Tell you I'm sorry for breaking my heart, but it don't matter, clearly. It doesn't tear you apart. So his maximum amount of base right now is 5. I'm taking 6. It's possible he is on 4 though. I think he's on 5. Oh, this is nice. Getting a little bit of damage in. A little bit of damage. A little bit of damage in my life. I thought I built an observer at some point already, but I guess that isn't actually true. I'm not so sure what I want to attack right now. I know that I want to... Oh my god, he has no upgrades on this. Oh, then he's in trouble, isn't he? What is this? Hello? Is this like a Knighten or something? I'm so afraid. I have no clue what's happening here. Does he have this base? I actually do want to scout that. He has no upgrades. He's on 4 base. Oh, I'm going to be up 2 bases. I think he's playing Mura. I think I was right about the Mura call here. Luckily, I have the funds. Definitely do have the funds to deal with that. Or maybe he's just roach all-inning me. That would be terrible. I think it's too late to hit with the roach all-in now, my friend. I almost have my +3 armor down. Oh, that is a little bit more interesting. I go, oh, wait, why did they walk back? Not feeling like surviving, I guess. First I was afraid, I was petrified. And that I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. Yeah, losing some workers is bad, but if you have 100, you can usually afford it. I do have 100, so I can afford it. I'm rich. I can do this stuff. This is no problem for me. You know, for a lot of you, this would be a lot, but for me, just everyday spending. 15 workers, I don't care. I have 6 next side, buddy. I can just rebuild them instantly. Boom! We're back on track. Start my +3. So glad that my +3 armor is about finished. I think those were zealots, but once you get a certain level of wealth, like I have this game, and my opponent is a proper poor, no offense to him, there is no cash, you can just throw away zealots for free and it doesn't really matter, you know? He might even be jealous, rather thinking, wow, what a waste of zealots. He's more like, man, I wish I had that type of money, I could spend it. Can't wait to post this on Instagram as well. It's like, these zealots are nothing to me. I could buy another 10, no problem. God, I'm such a baller. So much cooler than my opponent, because I'm rich. I'm gonna warp in some zealots here. Do I have charge yet? Yeah, of course I have charge. I have every upgrade. I got them all. I literally have every upgrade that exists. Look at the split. Oh, insane splits. The split king, they call him. Because he's so good with splits. Oh. Yeah, this was a good trade for me. Now, I could blink into this. That would really be a massive waste of resources, though. Instead, we're going to send the prism into the main base. Warp in 35 things. 35 zealots, and then win the game with that. Oh, I have way too many workers here. Oh, some random stalkers moving about. I mean, I'm up 5 upgrades or so. Oh, that prism's not going to achieve very much. I do regret that. Zealot run by is going in. Oh, does he actually want to go in here? No way. Oh. You know, this always feels so scary because you only have 100 supply of stuff. right? You're looking at this situation and you think to yourself, I wish I had more supply in units. But my life is so full with making money that I don't have time for other things anymore. Like zealots that actually could fight. Still believe I am winning. I'm 190 supply and 87 workers. I think I lost 4 supply during that. I bet there's banelings coming to this. Feels like there should be banelings coming to this. Look at the splits. Ho ho ho! Oi oi oi! Am I Croatian? No. But then how is it possible that my splits are so good? European joke. All the Americans won't get it. Alright, another zealot run by. European humor truly is the best. Another zealot run by. We're just shift clicking stuff across the map at this point. It's no problem for me. Ooh, this is significant. This is significant. I don't enjoy this. I don't enjoy this. I don't enjoy this. Probably should also continue actually controlling stuff. Okay, we're down to 76 workers. This is almost normal income at this point. I am not afraid, but I am concerned. A little bit. No, never mind. Oh, I'm so far ahead again. Oh my god. You see, it isn't about how much money you have. It's about how little money your opponents have. That's the only thing that matters. You know, BMW is a great car if everyone else has a bicycle. But now if everyone has a Porsche, all of a sudden that's not the truth anymore, you know? It's all relative, my friends. And this was a relatively strong performance out of me. Let's have a quick look here at the graphs as well. Just to show how much more money I truly made than my opponent. This is like comparing paychecks at the end of it. Oh, look how rich I am. Blown out of the water here. Absolutely blown out of the water. Fantastic performance out of me. Fantastic performance out of Bill Gates. And that, my dear friends, I think it's just going to be it for today. You know what? Cheeky 2 games, a little bit short. We'll be back, I think, next week with another episode. I need to think of something against Protoss. I'm playing a lot of PvP, and I'm like, I don't have anything for this. So I'll just play a regular game and I win or I lose. But some suggestions, perhaps, in the comments for PvP. I would appreciate that. Thanks, everyone, for watching anyway. I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, don't forget to like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see all of you next time for a new video. Adios.